Back, my beautiful collective, to another video. And if you're wondering what's going on with my hair right now, I'm in the middle of taking out my locks. And I feel like even that, like whenever I hit record, everything becomes like a message. And so I think that the fact that I'm in the middle of taking out my locks during this message is very significant. My voice. But I think that you're in a bit of a transition period right now where you're halfway stepped into a new beginning, a new future, a new journey essentially, because with my hair, like I'm taking out my locks, so it's going to be a process of healing and really nurturing it so that I can thrive, honestly. But it's like it's longer than ever before, and it's about like leaving the past behind. Somebody could have locks themselves, and this could be a message for them to take out their locks. Not that I think people should just take out their locks for like any reason, but you could have gotten, and this could apply for not even just if you have locks. Maybe you have a hairstyle or a perfume you've been using, just like something that really ties you to a time in your life that you feel no longer resonates with you. Let's get some cards out here. And yeah, I was hearing keep going as I started this message. Keep going. You could feel like you're very tired, very exhausted. You could feel an urge to give up. And I think I'm here to tell you it's better late than never. Better late than never. So if you feel like there was something you were supposed to do, like, let me just be honest. I missed my uploading days last week. I was supposed to upload on Monday and on Friday. And so this week, it's like as this week was dragging on, I'm like, oh my god, I always miss my upload dates. Like, am I even committed? Like, and then like in my head I was like kind of dogging on myself. I'm like, hey, I should be posting, why didn't I post? And it's like, now it's too late, it's the next week, I'm gonna have to catch up on this and that. And then I realized that I don't have to catch up on anything, and I think it was just like a natural like call for me to rest. And I think that you could be called to rest, like if you're working on some sort of creative project, art project, something. You could be a music artist, but I'm hearing a call for you to rest. Like, you don't need to constantly be on the grind, constantly be hustling, constantly be working. You're allowed to take a break, and I'm here to tell you that taking a break does not mean the entire dream is over. It means that you can have an off week, an off day, and get back to it. You don't have to let that be the end all be all, and like all of a sudden you can. Because honestly, that's what I needed to hear. And so I really just told myself, like, you know what? Let me just film a message about exactly what I'm going through, because you never know who could be going through the same things as you are. I really love this look. Like, it's crazy. I literally went outside today looking like this, and I was like, I went outside looking like this today, and I was like, you know what? Who cares? I was like, the thing is, if you act normal, you act like something's normal, nobody really cares. Nobody really notices. Like going outside with a crazy haircut, nobody's really gonna notice if you act like it's normal. That's the thing. So act like you want to be. That could be significant. Act as you want to be. Act like who you want to be. Because you already are. And life is so short. Life is so short to the point it's like there's no point in waiting to give yourself a label that you are what you want to be. Like, let's say you want to be an artist, you want to be a singer, you want to be this, you want to be that. You need to say that you already are that, because life is too short to wait for the outside validation that that's what you are. If you want to be a content creator, you are. if you're taking the active steps to do so, it doesn't matter if the validation is there. It's the fact that you're taking the steps and that you're doing it. And that's what makes you a content creator. Simple as that. Reminds me of when I heard somebody saying that anybody who runs is a runner. So if you're like, oh, I want to be a runner, so I'm going to go outside, and you go out that morning and you run and you do what you would call shitty job or something. You go out there and you run a few steps and then you get discouraged. You go back inside. You went out there and you ran. That makes you a runner, right? You went into that studio and you wrote a song. That makes you a singer. So it's like you don't need outside validation to be something that you want to be. You can't wait for the world to tell you that you are what you want to be, because you already are that. If you're waiting for the world to tell you that you are something, it's like you don't need people to tell you who you are. You know who you are. If you know what you like, you know what you want, then you know who you are. And so stand by that. Stand beside yourself. Because, like, you know what? The person, what I just heard is crazy. I just heard the person who sits by your grave the longest is yourself. The person who's going to be sitting at your grave with you is going to be yourself. So you don't need anybody else to tell you who you are. You know who you are, and you know what you do, and you know the steps you take, and you are what you want to be. That's what I'm hearing. I also know I have a bit of a love message here. I would say I'm not the best person to speak about love. I don't know much about love, but love messages keep coming to me, and so I wrote a poem in my book, and I'm wondering if I should read it. Maybe I should. I think I'm going to read it. Okay, I'm going to read this. And I want to say this poem is for people who feel they've been stabbed in their heart space, who feel very wounded from their heart. They feel very hurt. People could have hurt you in the past, made you feel, I don't know, unlovable, or made you feel that you have to be a certain way to receive love. This message is really for people who I'm hearing need the go ahead that you're allowed to love again. Okay, so let me read this poem before we get into the cards that I pulled here. This is called Let It Be by T.R. Hills. I'm so overwhelmed. My mind always seems to flow like a never-ending waterfall. These thoughts of love falling onto my mind, I took the thumping of water hitting me as a disturbance at first, as delusion. I really couldn't understand why I felt the way I did. I thought, oh no, am I going to fall into a fairy tale again? Am I going to fall into a fairy tale again? I read that again. Does having these feelings mean I'm telling myself stories, just like the last time? So I shut my eyes and I prayed for it to go away. No, it doesn't. I realized that I was overthinking, but not creating fake ideologies of the situation like I used to do, but taking a perfectly fine situation and spinning it into something that scared me, because I was scared of how I might get hurt if I let myself flow with the water. Instead, sitting under the waterfall and having the thoughts feel dreadful and scary. I know. I struggle to trust, and I don't blame myself. But I realized something about this love I was feeling. It was just as unshakable as the eternal flame in my heart, just as annoying. I have to just let it. Instead of fighting it, miserably swimming against a stream, drowning against water that wants to lead me to something, maybe this something will lead to hurt, but I don't know that. Right? Don't know that. I don't know where this could go. However, going the other way clearly isn't going to work. So let it flow. Let yourself feel love, even if it's scary, even if you have to trust. And then it ends off like, I don't know why I feel this way, but whatever it is, it sure is hard to shake. Okay. Okay, so there's a lot of messages in that poem. And yes, I did write this when I was feeling quite literally like I was sitting under a waterfall. And sitting under a waterfall, that shit hurts. It's like literally you feel water hitting your head and it's messy, you can't breathe. It's rough. It's not fun to sit under a waterfall, as fun as it might sound, because it's rough and it's miserable. And the thing is, you don't have to be miserable. You don't have to sit there under the waterfall. If you look further down, you will see that there's a river flowing. And you can flow with the river, or you can stay sitting under the waterfall. And sure, it's scary because you don't know where this waterfall or this river could lead you if you go with the flow. But you have to go with the flow. Because either you sit there and you keep letting yourself get hurt by the thoughts that are hitting your head, or you can just flow and let things happen as they're going to happen, because inevitably it's going to happen. You can't stop yourself from experiencing love when you have a big heart. If you have a big heart, you can't stop yourself from feeling love because it's a part of you. You can't rip out your heart when it's a part of you. When your soul is in your heart. Sorry, let me spray my hair. I don't know. I'm worried that it's going to get dry. Just a little spritzy spritz, but no. Somebody could need to drink water. I'm hearing. Somebody, am I clocking you? Do you need to drink some water? Somebody needs to drink some water. But yeah. Yeah, like a lot of love energy. Like I just feel like these cards are so full of love, like all this pink energy. And it's not even like, I feel like for me hot pink is like lusty but loving energy, like passion. But this is not a hot pink. This is a light pink, like a baby pink. It's giving natural, light, childlike love, like innocent love. And I'm not saying that that's something that you need to go chasing or you need to go looking for somebody to love you. I'm saying that you need to find, like, if you're not in a situation where you feel you might be catching feelings for someone, because that could be the case. There could be somebody who you're thinking of during this message, or you could be like, there's nobody in my life who I'm feeling that way about. And I think where that would come into this is just allowing yourself to feel loved by the things around you, by the birds you see on the street, by just like the small things in life. Just allow yourself to feel loved, because the world shows you love every day in so many different ways if you're able to accept it. So I think when I talk about accepting love, I'm not just talking about relationships. I'm also talking about accepting the love that is sent to you by the things around you and that the things that you see. You need to allow yourself to feel loved by the people around you. Allow yourself to be loved by yourself. Stand by yourself, because like I said earlier, the person who's going to be standing at your grave with you at the end is going to be you. You're going to be the one there with yourself, you know? So stand by yourself now too. Stand by yourself for the rest of your life, because you can and you should. Because I don't think you should rely on anybody else to stand by you. Stand by yourself. Like I keep saying that. I'm imagining like soldiers, and it's like, be the soldier who has your own back. Because if you're going to be surviving this world, surviving life, navigating struggles, you might as well be the soldier that stands by yourself. You shouldn't run away. Don't be the coward who runs away from defending yourself in battle. But the thing is, you can't run away from yourself. So even if that was the case and you want to run away from yourself and allow people to do what they do and hurt you shouldn't do that, because regardless, you're still going to be there. You can't avoid your feelings. You have to feel your feelings. Somebody, and this is like tough love message. Okay, this is giving a tough love message, because honestly, I love the people who watch my videos. I love the people who come here, and I love people in general. I love humans. I think we all have beautiful souls. And I don't know why I feel like crying when I say that. It's like everybody has beautiful souls, and I think everybody deserves to have their own back. And I think it's so common to be conditioned in this world to not have your own back and to just be a people pleaser and to just want to be so quick to abandon yourself in situations. You can care about other people in this world. You can care about, I'm hearing there could be a situation with friends or somebody that you care about where you feel like you need to defend them over defending yourself. Like when they attack you, you feel like you need to value their feelings without even noticing how you're feeling in the moment. When you're in an argument, or because you're going to want to be like, somebody could feel they need to people please people to keep them around. Somebody has a fear of abandonment here. So, but the real thing is, with this fear of abandonment, you're so scared that if you speak up and you advocate for yourself towards these people, they're going to feel like they're going to leave you, or they're going to not want to be around you because you're sticking up for yourself. I'm here to tell you one thing. If you have a fear of abandonment and that is your solution, that's not a solution. You can't defend these people, or you can't preserve other people's emotions at the cost of your own emotions and at the cost of your own feelings. Because when you do that, you are abandoning yourself, and that is why you're scared of abandonment, because you're abandoning yourself for other people. You can't expect yourself to trust other people to not abandon you when you are abandoning yourself. So this could feel very accusatory, and obviously everybody's trying their best, and I don't doubt that. I think that you're definitely an amazing person, and if this is you, you're very empathetic. But it's important to understand that your angel sent me here to give you some tough love, and I'm always going to deliver the tough love. So love yourself and don't be scared to stand by yourself. And if you lose people in the process of sticking up for yourself, so fucking be it. Because those people would not, people who abandon you for sticking up for yourself were always planning to leave. They were never planning to stay in the first place. Yeah. I'm hearing somebody could have gone through like a breakup or something where I'm hearing they were like really, really in their emotions. Could have been going through a lot of other things in your life at that time, and you felt very reliant on that relationship. So you were like begging them not to leave, or you could find yourself where you feel like you're begging a lot of people not to leave your life. If that's you, this is very heavy. Like I feel blocks in my throat chakra and like my heart chakra. Take a breath, because it's very heavy energy. But I'm hearing, if you find yourself begging people to stay, I think what you need to do is stop. Just stop. I know you are going to want to be like, stay, but people who are going to stay would never leave in the first place. You don't have to beg people who are planning to stay because they stay. If you're begging somebody to stay, they were never planning on staying in the first place. So if you see somebody walking towards the door to leave your life, to leave your world, just let them. Just let them. You don't have to fight for people to stay in your life that don't want to stay in your life. There's going to be people who are going to want to stay in your life. And the way you're going to find these people, I'm hearing your soul tribe. Essentially, a soul tribe is people who love you for what you are and love you for who you are. People who stick by you no matter what you do, because they love you as a person and they value you for what you are, for your flaws. You don't have to be anything to earn love. You don't need to earn love. Love is not something that needs to be earned. Love is something that people actively choose to have for you. Love is something that brave people have. Because loving someone or anything, loving in general is vulnerable, but it's brave. If you have love for people, you're a brave person. That's the truth. brave people love. Like, yeah, love is not something to be earned. I was gonna say something, but I forgot, so let's just move on and see if it comes back to me. But, you know, like, you don't have to earn love, baby. You don't have to earn love. Love is something that will be there for you. I remember what I was going to say. I was going to say, don't try to be something that you're not. And this is so heavy, and I feel this like in all of my chakras, bro. I feel this in my body. I want to like move because I've experienced this where it's like you feel different, you feel very different. You could be, I'm hearing somebody could be of neurodivergence. You could be you could be neurodivergent, and you've been around a lot of neurotypical people in your life that have made you feel very ostracized or very, very put on the spot. The thing is, you need to just be yourself, because the thing is, you can't find people that will love you for who you are pretending to be someone you're not. If you're pretending to be someone you're not going to be able to find people who will love you for who you are, because you have to be who you are for the right people to find you. You have to, and this goes for dreams too. If there's something that you want to do, you have to pretend before you get to be. So, and when I say pretend before you have to be, that's specifically talking about dreams. Like I was saying earlier, if there's something that you want to be, you have to pretend to be it first. Like going to sleep. Well, you close your eyes and you pretend to sleep before you're actually sleeping, right? So you got to do the same for your dreams. You have to, and it's so funny because the word dreams, not, it's like, like you have to go to sleep, you have to pretend to be sleeping first to dream. You see? What is that? That's an innuendo or something? I don't even know what it's called, but yeah. Yeah. You have to pretend first. Pretend, like, be a kid again. This is where you really tap into your inner child. Literally be a kid again. Like, what was it you were doing when you were a kid? Pretending to play doctor, pretending to play house. Like, girl, pretend to play house for a year or two and then see, right quick, you'll turn into that person. Because everything is like pretending. We're pretending we're not souls in a body, when really we are. We're pretending we don't know. We're pretending we aren't scared of death, when really we have no clue what comes after death. And this could be very woo woo, but that's what I am. I'm very crazy. And so if you're here, maybe you're a little crazy too, and that's okay, okay? Listen, you don't have to be normal. You don't have to be normal, okay? People who will love you for you will find you, and they will love you if you're being you. And you don't need people's approval. So just sit with yourself and just be you. That's really good. I'm very proud of the messages that I can deliver, and I'm very proud for where I am right now. Shake your hands out, guys. Okay. So, yes, somebody could be thinking of changing their appearance of somebody could have been very restrictive with their style and their sense of style, because maybe when they were younger they were ostracized, or not ostracized, I feel like more harassed for their style. I'm seeing people with like emo style, alternative style, who have been kind of picked on for looking the way they look. And I just want to say the coolest people have that style. Okay, I'm back. Somebody was doing checks because they have to check on me because I'm still young. But anyways, what was I gonna say? You're in the ending chapters of you're in the last hour, I'm hearing, of a long season of growth. You're moving towards a new beginning. You know what it is that you want now. And all that there is to do is to go and get it. And I want you to know that you can go and get it. Go get the bread, baby. bring it home. Because the bread is waiting for you. The bread is waiting to be put into the oven. It's like the dough has been formed and it's time to stick it into the oven and get it moving. So, yeah, I don't think there's much else to say. I'm hearing somebody needs to be more assertive with their space. Somebody could be in college, somebody could be reuniting with people from college. This Mercury retrograde has been hitting everybody hard, even the people who aren't all spiritual, people who are not actively aware of the planetary cycles. It's been hitting them. It's been hitting everybody. The past is very significant. A lot of old stuff could be coming up. Maybe something happened back in college. Maybe you met somebody back in college that is now moving out of your life, or you are wanting to move them out of your life. This is very, very specific. Take what resonates. But somebody's favorite color could be red. Somebody could have had red hair during a really crazy season of their life, and I'm hearing that season of their life is finishing off. Um, any other messages, Spirit? You know, you're about to walk through the gate. You are taking baby steps, but it's like you made it. You've already made it to the top, and you're going. And I'm gonna watch you, and I'm gonna be here to deliver your little messages. And so, on that note, I will see you on Friday when I actually deliver the message. Because your girl is locking in. And even if I don't, that's okay. Because everything is happening as it should. Things are exactly as they need to be. Thank you, collective. And I will see you, beautiful lovelies, in the next video. Goodbye.